Wow, look at that building. This is let's see, this is the south end of Central Park, and that's a new skyscraper that's going up next to the Essex House, and it's Central Park South. And if you go over this way, this is the Wollman Rink. The Trump company owns that, and in the summertime it's a carnival, and in the wintertime it's an ice skating rink. But very beautiful as it goes through the trees and up into the buildings right behind it. Very picturesque, and a lot of great photographs throughout this area have been taken. But obviously that's not my video today, of course. But my video today is one that I heard on a conference call last night, and I got to give kudos out to Trishs Smith. Thank you very much, Trish, for that fantastic conference call last evening, and brought up a lot of things that I haven't thought about in a while, and that I thought was a fantastic video to make today. And she mentioned something that I thought was excellent, and it was really working your plan, being consistent, working your plan, and don't worry about the results today. Be dedicated to the system. You have to be dedicated to the system, and the results will follow. Don't worry about the results for today. Be consistent on your efforts throughout every single day, week, month, and the results will follow. Now, every once in a while, you have to go out and reevaluate. Okay, you don't want to blindly be that, fly bumping against the window over and over and over again when they could have just backed up a little bit, going to the left or down and going out the window, right? So you need to reevaluate once in a while, but ultimately, you want to work the system and not worry about what happens today. And Trish tells a story about when she went out, she first started her networking business some 20 some odd years ago. Sorry, Trish, I'm showing your age, same thing as me. But she goes into saying that she had printed little flyers, and she would put them on the driver's side window in between the rubber and the glass, and she was all pumped and had $4,000 in products that she bought, and she went out and I forgot how many she said she put out, 800, 1,000, something like that. And she was waiting by the phone when she got back, waiting by the phone. Nothing happened. Very depressed. Nothing happened, right? Very depressed because she was expecting that to happen. However, the next day she did the same thing and so on. And a funny thing happened. The next day she got a call. And then she got another call, another call, another call, right? So the point is that sometimes it's a cumulative effort of your prospecting that's going to give you the results over time. When I started in my networking career, I haven't done this in quite a while, but it's still very, very effective, especially if you live in a metropolitan area. Get very cheap business card size cards, put a classified ad type of thing on the front. I call it sizzle cards, and a phone number, and I call them sizzle cards again, and you just pass them out, and it's really built on volume. Now you want to have something that looks halfway decent, not a Xerox copy type of thing, but something that's like a business card with a professional looking saying on it and just look good. And you hand them out and send them to a voicemail. Or if you want to do a website, it's fine, but usually I send them to a voicemail. And I would do 500 to 800 cards a day in subways and buses and train stations and so on. And I would get dressed up in a suit, and I'd go out and hand them out. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. That's all I would do all morning. Every day, 5 days a week, for years. I think it was 2 or 3 years. And I tracked this over time, and I would know exactly if I did 300 cards, 500 cards, 800 cards, what kind of results I would get, to how many people I would have to call back, to how many people I would get to, at that time, hotel meetings, to how many people would sign up. So there's a ratio. And I found out that if I wanted to take a week off, I maybe didn't feel it that week because the leads were coming in from the previous weeks, but a week or two after that, I would feel it in the amount of leads that came in because I stopped that week. So, and the same thing that Trish was going through when she first started, it's a cumulative effort. What I mean by that is you have to be consistent over time. If you're doing postcards or something like that, Maybe you can't do 4,000, 5,000 postcards in one shot because it's too expensive. Maybe you can do 100 a week, 500 a week, 100 a day. You know what your number is, and over time you send them out. That type of thing. So you'll see, but you can't stop after 3 or 4 days and say, oh, this doesn't work, right? You need to be consistent over time in whatever you're doing. So the bottom line to this video is you have to be dedicated to the process of your recruiting technique and whatever you're doing. Okay? But make sure you evaluate it honestly, okay? There's a big quotation, capital, underline, bold, italics, and everything, whatever you want to put there. You have to honestly evaluate it every 30 days or so and say to yourself, did I honestly participate correctly and follow the plan for this system? And because many people, they put their own slant on it and they say, I worked it, but they really didn't work it because they were surfing the net watching YouTube videos. Nothing, you should be watching my videos, but posting Facebook and Twitter and just stuff that fills up your day without any productivity attached. And they say, well, I worked it, when you really didn't work it. Okay, so put an honest stamp on it as to whether or not you did or not, and evaluate it at that point as to whether or not it worked. And if it did, well, what do? You do more of it. You do more of it. If it didn't, you find out what didn't work, and you tweak it and change it. Maybe you have to scrap it. You never know. But the point is, never give up. Trish says it too on her conference call. She never gave up. The passion of her achieving was so high that it didn't matter if people said no. When she started, she got the proverbial butterflies in the stomach, and the phone weighed 1,000,000 pounds, and we all got those, we all know those sayings, when you hate to call somebody back because you're just definitely afraid of talking to somebody, but the pain of not calling them back because she was financially strapped was even worse than the pain of calling them. So she made the decision to work the plan and to go through the process, and 26 years or so later, she's fantastically successful. Just like learning your craft in any business, learning your craft or trade, you think a doctor became a doctor overnight? No. They have to go and be educated, learn their craft, and go through pre-med and all sorts of stuff like that, right? Now, I'm not saying you have to go through 12 years of schooling in network marketing. That's what these videos are for, and trainings and so on, to take those years of education and learning your craft and try to whittle it down to as short a time frame as possible. But at least you can learn while you earn. So be committed to the process, be committed to your business, and don't quit before you're successful. Because so many people quit before the finish line. You could be 5 inches from the finish line and finding that home run person, and you quit too soon. So thanks for watching this video today. I really appreciate it. This is Peter Wolfing signing out. Have a great day. Bye for now.